If you're a highly sensitive person, you will probably recognize this. You notice the little things others miss. A shift in tone, a change in energy. What needs to be done will seem obvious to you before anyone else says it. You often just know. But you may not always know how you know. That intuition can feel like a gift, and at the same time can be overwhelming because it's not one clear signal. It's multiple inner voices, multiple possibilities all at once. You're not just reading what's happening, you're sensing what could happen. And you often understand what people need before they can even name it themselves. Part of this comes from something called emotional contagion. That's the process by which we unconsciously absorb the emotions of others around us. We mirror the energy, expressions, behavior, and begin to feel it as our own sometimes. For highly sensitive people, this system is amplified, which is why you can read a room in seconds. You can anticipate needs. You can lead with empathy and awareness. You're often one step ahead. You can move quickly because you instinctively know what's needed. But there's another side to this. Sensing everything means you can burn out faster. This can be frustrating when others don't see what feels obvious to you. You may come across as impatient, not because you don't care, but because you care deeply. And when things move slower than you'd like, you step in, you take over, you fix it. Because you want it done right, and you want it done right the first time. And over time, this can become exhausting. You'll know if a line has been crossed if you are feeling resentment in any situation. So what can you do? First, understand this. Your ability to read the room is just part of how you're wired. It's not something to fix. It's a strength, but it needs to be managed. So first, practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself. It's just who you are. And it will feel like a lot sometimes. Your system is just taking in more than most. Second, step away when it becomes too much. That is not failure. That is regulation. And third, set boundaries. If you're always the one who figures it out, that means others don't have to. And you don't always need to step in. Sometimes the most helpful thing you can do is let others struggle just a little bit and just enough to learn. Sensing the subtle is powerful, but it's not your job to carry everything you notice. You're allowed to see it without taking it all on. And that choice, that's where your superpower as a highly sensitive person can shine.